My name is Dr. Gregg Butler. I'm the newly appointed superintendent for the Hazleton Area School District. I was appointed June 9th, 2015. We're here at Maple Manor Elementary Middle School this morning, our newest elementary middle school. We're very proud of this building, gorgeous facility for our students. And we're here today to commemorate efforts for fundraising for our library in the school. We have a huge facility. It's a library. Unfortunately, we have limited resources in the facility at this point in time, and we're raising funds and looking for donations to strengthen the library.
Hazleton area is a very large school district. In fact, it's one of the 10 largest school districts in the state of Pennsylvania, with nearly 11,000 students, 13 buildings, and 1,400 faculty and staff members. Due to its size, of course, comes many challenges, but also many exciting opportunities.
One of the challenges that we have in the Hazleton Area School District is the population base of the area. We're basically 55% Hispanic, and that brings challenges, very healthy challenges to us in terms of some language barriers, some cultural perhaps misunderstandings, some lack of background knowledge for some of our students coming in the schools. But in a very special way, it gives us that touch of diversity that a lot of school districts do not have. So our students have that exposure. We have that kind of as bragging rights of our district, and we're working to embrace that as we move forward with challenges over the next 3 years and meeting state mandates and trying to increase student achievement. Those challenges are in front of us, but we're ready to meet them. Because there's a strong rental base to our community, sometimes the tax monies don't flow into the district like you would expect in a large area like this. Some of our large manufacturing firms in the area are tax exempt as well, so relative to the monies coming into the school district. So that makes it very challenging for us to operate on limited funds, yet maintain outstanding facilities like the one behind me here this morning, offer our students a wonderful place to get their education and give them a good solid education with limited funds. Well, I just want to remind our taxpayers to keep in mind that while they do generously give to the district in terms of their tax dollars, those dollars are spread in so many different directions that it's still very challenging for us to, in terms of textbooks and in terms of resources that they would expect in the classroom each and every day, sure. I mean, that's an expectation that we need to be sure we're completing. But with regard to opening a new library and outfitting it as if the library had been in place for 10 years, that's a totally different story. It requires extra funds, it requires resources that are far beyond what we have capacity to meet in a given year. Experts tell us it takes anywhere between maybe $50,000 and $70,000 to equip a brand new library. And the Maple Manor Library in this building is huge, it's gorgeous. It's a facility that we want to obviously equip to the best of our ability. But for us to free up that kind of money in our general operating budget in any given year is nearly impossible. In a broad sense, we do get part of our revenue, of course, comes from the state. This year being an anomaly because the state budget is still very much in limbo. But in a general sense, we do get a portion of the governor's budget comes to us. We use those funds to provide for our general operating budget. And again, we have so many different components that go into that the money is spread thin. And whereas we could always use more generous contributions from the governor's budget, it looks as though the last couple of years in particular have been particularly challenging in that regard. Outside of financial support, which we're seeking for our library, just the fact that we have a gorgeous facility in the district, we're so proud of it. We do thank the taxpayers for their part in helping this become a reality. So it's just, number one, enjoy it. We're so fortunate in the Hazleton Area School District. I've been in many other school districts where facilities are dilapidated and very much in disrepair. We're so fortunate in this district to have wonderful facilities across the district. So number one, enjoy it, celebrate the fact that we have this building. Just be aware of the fact that from a budget standpoint, we have challenges each year, and each year they get more difficult to meet.
Hi, my name is Jeanne Conahan. I'm the principal of Maple Manor Elementary Middle School. Last year we started our existence here. We were open as a 3rd through 6th grade elementary school. This year we added 7th and 8th grade. And this year, the main reason we have you all invited here is to focus on our need to bring books to our library. Our clientele here is made up of a lot of students who come from economically disadvantaged families, and many students don't have books at home. And if we don't have books here in our libraries, we have them at a great disadvantage. So we've been working diligently trying to get enough awareness to hopefully bring some attention and donations or contacts from book companies, anything we can do to help put some more books on our shelves.
Jeanne Conahan has been an educator for 26 years and has seen education, students, and family dynamics change over that time.
There are numerous challenges that our educators face. Number one is getting the students to be attentive and to focus on what they need to focus on. Homework is always an issue, of course, but again, the problem is parents are working, and there's other people at home, maybe their brother and sisters with them, and these students have responsibilities that when I was growing up, I certainly didn't have. And it's a different way of life right now, and it's very difficult getting the students to do work when they're at home, and we're trying to give them the opportunity to take books home that they enjoy and that they have an interest in. So I believe if there is something that's more to their level that would be more interesting to them, they'll have a desire to read. When they are home, it's not even like years ago. We used to be out and playing, and the kids, like I said, have different responsibilities. So we're dealing with a totally different clientele than we did years ago. So that's changed drastically. There's a lot of caring people here, and all the teachers, the faculty, the staff, from the minute you walk in the door with the security, everybody cares about kids. And the kids know it. If there's any issue at all, they know right where to go, but the students love it here. From the beginning, when they saw the building, they thought the facilities were great. I'll never forget the first time I saw one of them in the gym, and they were just in awe. It was just gorgeous. But the kids love to be here because the teachers love teaching them. And the one thing about the students, they're also appreciative. Everything they have here, they appreciate, because so many have come from other schools that maybe weren't as modern. But it's not only the facilities, it's the warmth and the caring of all the people who are involved here. And the students know it. Like I said, they feel it in everything they do.
What is now Maple Manor Elementary Middle School was once Bishop Hafey High School, the former Catholic school known for its Viking mascot and colors gold and white, holds precious memories to this Hazleton area community. Its doors may have closed in 2007, but its legacy lives on. We will take a glimpse into the past in just a bit, but right now we recognize the exciting memories to come in the future of Maple Manor.
Well, I'm anxious for the future of Maple Manor because we've been reflecting a lot on the past of Bishop Hafey. And Maple Manor has the same warm feeling, I believe, that was here when it was Bishop Hafey. But I'm anxious, like I said. Our students now, this year we started with the 7th and 8th grade, and so it's our first year for middle school. We just had our first basketball game last night, and we're starting all of that. So there's a lot of new traditions that are starting here, and the potential is amazing. If you've looked around the building, you'll see that just the facility itself has so much to offer. But again, all the teachers are so anxious, to go on and start our new traditions and just have our students achieve. That's basically what we're all here for.
Due to the needs of this public school, a partnership was formed between the Hazleton Area School District and the Hazleton Area Education Foundation.
The Hazleton Area Education Foundation is newly in existence. We became a 501c3 in 2014. I came on board with the district in 2015 to really start getting everything off the ground and make it moving. A 501c3 is a nonprofit organization. The nice thing about a nonprofit organization is that when we approach different companies and sponsors, there is a tax deduction available to those companies who participate in projects. The whole idea of having the Education Foundation is to really support the Hazleton Area School District with projects that can't normally be funded through budget. We all know that the budget is pretty tight within all school districts, especially nowadays. So the foundation was created to really supplement and to really help the district with projects that otherwise could not be completed. The Hazleton Area Education Foundation is extremely proud to be able to call the Maple Manor Library Fund one of its projects. We're really happy to get involved with the district and with Maple Manor Elementary Middle School in order to try to find funding for the library in order to put more books on their shelves. There's a lot of ways that people can donate from the community. Businesses can obviously donate and become sponsors of the library. If a business is interested, they would just need to contact me and we can work out some details and make their wishes happen. And donations can also happen on a community level. I've had people who have called who are interested in donating a book in memory or in honor of a loved one, possibly a Hafey graduate or Hafey alumni, a current student. And so anyone can donate monetarily to put a book in the library. And we also have book donations. If you have books that are still good use and good shape, they can be donated to the library. And the ages that we have here are grades 3 through 8. So any of subject matter that would certainly fit into those grade levels are appreciated as donations as well. The Hazleton Area Education Foundation is obviously new, but we are looking forward to really expanding our efforts within the district. We have several schools who have provided us with projects. We work with administrators, we work with school principals, and we have our own board of directors because we are completely separate from the district. And so through those different channels, we identify what's really needed in the district and what places aren't being served. And then those projects will come through the foundation, and then the board ultimately decides to raise money for those specific projects. One thing that the foundation certainly wants to give a thank you is that not only is it just the foundation working with Maple Manor, but all of the schools have really become involved. One of the examples is Drums Elementary PTA has given a generous donation of $1,000 in their Scholastic dollars, which means that we can now purchase $1,000 worth of books from Scholastic. So rather than using that money for their own library, they inter-district donated that to the Maple Manor Library. So it's really kids helping kids, parents helping parents. And it's really nice to see that we're not just self-centered in the one school that we're at, but we look at this as a district issue. And we look at this to fund all of the students for the betterment of all the students in our district.
You just learned that the Hazleton Area School District is one of the 10 largest districts in Pennsylvania, which faces many challenges, but also prides itself on its diversity. The newest school, Maple Manor, is a beautiful building, but its library is empty. Books are in high demand, and the district has turned to this community for support. Coming up on Community NEPA, several corporations are reading into the needs of the Hazleton Area School District and giving donations. The next chapter when we come right back. Welcome back to Community NEPA. Books on shelves is the goal. Looking around the library at Maple Manor Elementary Middle School, you can see there is an overwhelming need for supplies. PPL Corporation recognizes the urgency to stock shelves.
PPL has a long history of supporting education in the Hazleton community. There are so many enthusiastic people behind this project, and of course we want to help them fill these shelves with library books. The library is really the heart of the education for these kids here at the school, and so we want to support that. PPL just recently announced the PPL Foundation. So some of the things that we're looking to fund are education, specifically science, technology, engineering, and math, workforce development, and community revitalization projects. So for folks looking for funding for those projects, that's really where our focus is. It's clear that a lot of people are really passionate about this school, whether they attended here or they grew up in the area. It's something that's really close to the hearts of a lot of people here, and as members of this community, it's really important for some of our employees who also were here. So this is just a nice thing to do for everyone. As a mother, supporting education in my family is also a priority, and we always look for different opportunities to explore our local area and to really get involved in the school district and find ways to enhance and explore new opportunities, and that's really what they're doing here at Maple Manor. They're giving kids an opportunity to explore new areas of interest and putting books in their hand and opening up a whole new world for them. So yes, as a mother, it's important in my family, but it's also very important to the community, and PPL recognizes that. We believe that supporting the communities is quite simply the right thing to do. And that has been our corporate citizenship has been embodied in everything that PPL is from the creation of the company. So it's natural for us to follow this. And if an organization or a corporation also feels the same way, this is a great way to be involved.
Barry Isett Associates has been in business since 1977, with several offices and the main one in Allentown. The engineering firm was involved with the Maple Manor project from the start, from surveying to structural renovations.
Seeing the transformation of the stage and the walkthrough and the auditorium and the gym. The gym is the biggest thing. I mean, the gym was always used for major events, and it's a beautiful gym, and it's just a transformation of looking at it and seeing the cafeteria where you used to have the walkthrough through the stage to the cafeteria, and now the split. It's just an amazing thing. It's an amazing place. It really looks great. The contractors, everybody involved did a nice job. And just being here, I actually have a wife that teaches here, so being able to see the staff come in the first day, and then see day-to-day operations and how much the kids and the teachers and the administration enjoying it is just really great. I think it gives the community something to really be proud of. When you come through here and you see what the Hazleton Area School District did, a lot of the things at the open house that we were at said the Hazleton Area School District really did it right. When you look at this building, you could say to yourself, understanding the history of the Bishop Hafey and the Vikings and seeing the school and how that tradition moves on, I think the school district and all these kids just really hold it and say this is a beautiful school and we love it. Being involved in the process and seeing the kids and seeing the difference that it makes for especially kids who don't have a lot at home, the books and the things that they have, we as a company look to things that impact the community, things that you can do better for the community, things where you can really make an impact, and we really felt that this project really would make an impact on the community and the kids and the things of that nature.
PPL and Barry Isett Associates are encouraging other corporations to join them in supporting the Maple Manor Library Fund. You can see how passionate these companies are about supporting education and the kids of this community. Up next on Community NEPA, the people of the past school are still holding on to the memories of former Bishop Hafey High School. As the former school motto goes, Hafey pride never dies. We will turn back a few pages, reminisce with graduates, and find out how Hafey alumni are helping to fill shelves at Maple Manor. Welcome back to Community NEPA. The colors may have changed from Hafey gold and white to Maple Manor's gold and purple, but the Viking mascot remains the same. The gold was kept in the spirit of Hafey. The purple was added to represent Hazel Township, where the Maple Manor School is located. A lot of memories fill these hallways.
I started at Bishop Hafey in 1996. I graduated in 1999, and went off to college, came back. I was working for West Hazleton for a while, and when I found out that the school was opening, I put in to get a transfer because I wanted to come back, to my roots. So that's how I ended up here. I was actually really excited to be able to see, what it would look like when it was brand new and that it would still be being used and have kids in it again and just have, life again. Some of the changes that I've seen in the building are obviously the way that it looks. It's brand new, it's gorgeous. Some of the things that are still the same, I think that we have that sign out in the front that says the spirit of the Viking continues, and it's still a very familial atmosphere. Everybody gets along, and we have great people to work with, and the kids are great, and it's just a great place to be, which is exactly like it was back then. I think my favorite memories always go back to two things. The activities that we used to have, like the Golden White Day and Hafey Day and the Bazaar, and being involved with the theater program, being one of the Hafey players, always is close to our hearts because I was very involved with that. But also just remembering your teachers as you walk by and being like, oh, they were in that room and I had history in this room, or things like that. I think the saying that Hafey pride never dies definitely still stays true. We've got it plastered right there on the top of the hallway. The Viking spirit of the Viking continues. So we need books. Please send us books. Our shelves are very empty right now. We have grades 3 through 8, and we're looking for any donations that we can get for that. Reading is such an important foundational skill for our students. It's going to carry them throughout their whole life. So the more that we can give them, the better off we're going to be. I would describe the new building as a very warm and welcoming place with a good familial spirit, and if you can possibly come in and visit us, come on down. We'd love to have you.
So I have a lot of great memories from Bishop Hafey, a lot of happy, some sad, but I remember homecoming week, our senior year, a lot of the soccer team, we put the name of the senior football players on our chest. I actually got to wear a Bishop Hafey cheerleading uniform for the first time, so that was an honor and it kind of fit me, so that was a lot of fun. After we graduated though, we were out of Hafey, it was almost time for all of us to go to college, and one of our classmates passed away, was killed in a car accident, and it rocked us. She was one of the best people I ever met, and we didn't know what to do or where to go, and Bishop Hafey opened up their doors to us, and we all came here in August when the school was closed, and we spent the entire day here. And that's how special this building was. It really was our home, and it means a lot to us to still see it open and to see kids have the opportunity that we had and to hopefully form the relationships that we had. I would describe the new building as, if you ever watched Star Trek, the original series, and you know it and you love it, this is like Bishop Hafey, the next generation, and you step inside and it's all updated, and it has the amenities you kind of wished we had when we were at Bishop Hafey. I remember being here and you would maybe be a little too cold in the winter and too hot in the summer times, and you're sweating during class. Now everything's very climate controlled, they told me, and it's nice to see some of the upgrades the kids get to enjoy now. There is a mix of emotions coming through Maple Manor Elementary School now. It's sad to see Bishop Hafey gone, and as we read the few article, or just what was left when they had some of the memorabilia out, it's sad to see. And actually the night after the fundraiser, me and my wife went out, we were sitting at a bar somewhere, and I said Hafey, and the guy sitting next to me, I graduated from Bishop Hafey, and we started telling stories, and I did tell him, I said, we're kind of a dying breed now, sadly. But at the same time, it's so nice to see the kids walking through the halls here today and knowing that, in a sense, not really. There's another generation coming through, and they'll have their own stories, and like I said, it's all about the people. So if they could enjoy it and still have a connection, the legacy will live on.
This is certainly not the final chapter for Maple Manor Elementary Middle School. New memories are being made in a school where so many good relationships have been formed under the Bishop Hafey High School traditions. If you can help book it, here's how. Donations can be made payable to Hazleton Area Education Foundation and sent to Hazleton Area Education Foundation. Attention, Lani Drobnock, 1515 West 23rd Street, Hazel Township, Pennsylvania, 18202. For more information, call 570-459-3111, extension 3171. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Dr. Seuss.